In God of War 2018, we got to explore a nice chunk of only 2 of the 9 realms in the Norse world tree. Midgard, where we spend nearly all of our time, and second being Alfheim, which still wasn't super long. We also briefly visited 4 more realms: Helheim, Jötunheim, Muspelheim, and Niflheim. Realms in all honesty we spent all of 5 minutes in, and those last 2 we learned almost nothing about. Well, in God of War Ragnarok, it is confirmed by Sony Santa Monica that we will be traveling to all of the 9 realms of the great Norse mythos, and in this video I'll be going through all of the realms, explaining what makes each one of them so cool and unique, and the significance of each of the realms to the story of God of War. This is all the 9 realms of God of War Ragnarok. My name is Eddie, and if you enjoy this video, hit that like button and consider subscribing for more God of War content like this. Let's get into it. Okay, let's start off with one of the realms that we've seen in the most recent trailers, Svartalfheim, the ancestral home of the dwarves, and the home of our favourite dwarves, Brok and Sindri. From the trailers we have seen that Svartalfheim, unlike the rest of the realms, is thriving and is full of life, structures, machinery and statues, all built by the most skilled beings of all of the 9 realms, the dwarves. The reason why this realm is so advanced and so full of life is for 2 reasons. 1, the dwarves are really good at building things, machinery, tools, weapons, etc. And 2, because of those weapons and skills, this realm is under the protection of Asgard and Odin himself, as he finds them useful, and because he doesn't want anyone else to benefit from their masterworks, particularly the Vanir gods of Vanaheim, gods whum the Aesir gods have been at war with for a very long time. I mean, Brok and Sindri made one of the most powerful weapons the Aesir gods have, Mjolnir, so Odin correctly recognized the dwarves' talents and cast a spell on the gates of Svartalfheim, locking all travel from all of the realms to the dwarven realm Svartalfheim. As part of the protection, Odin did also agree that the Aesir gods would also be blocked from travel to their realm, so not a completely terrible deal, all things considered. In 2018, this world is locked off to us, but it is confirmed that we'll be fully exploring Svartalfheim and all of its secrets come Ragnarok. The next realm on the list is Midgard, the realm where our journey begins, and we spend the majority of our time in God of War 2018, seen as the sort of middle realm of the world tree Yggdrasil, hence the not so subtle name Midgard. Midgard is the land of humans, filled with vast landscapes of dense forests and snow-capped mountains and leftover ruins and caves from non-human entities that we explore throughout the game. But it was also a place filled with traders and adventurers and commercial ports all along the shores. That is before Jormungandr arrived and flooded the entire area, destroying it all. Midgard is also the location of the Lake of Nine, which is smack bang in the center of Midgard, and is also where Tyr's temple is built, along with the travel room, the room that we use to travel to various realms. It was placed in the center of Midgard, sort of a main hub of realm travel, as a symbol of peace for all of the 9 realms by Tyr. As you can imagine, Odin didn't like people looking up to someone else other than him at all, and he eventually betrayed Tyr, leaving the temple abandoned. Tyr's current whereabouts is unknown. Despite Midgard being the land of the humans, there are very few remaining, and the ones that are remaining are all in hiding from the Hellwalkers and the Draugrs and other monsters roaming Midgard. I wonder how much of that will change in Ragnarok. The next realm on the list is Asgard, the golden realm of the Aesir gods, heavily fortified by a great wall built by a master stonemason's son. Check out my other theory video for more information on that and how Freya plays a part in building the wall. A very cool theory, one of my favorites. A fortified realm that holds the capital city Valhalla, a golden temple in which Odin resides. Valhalla is also where worshippers of Aesir gods go if they die in glorious battle, where they can endlessly feast, drink, and fight. That is until the day of Ragnarok, where it is foreseen that giants will breach the impenetrable walls and give their lives, destroying the gods, including Odin and Thor. Or at least that's what the prophecy says. For that reason, Asgard is blocked off from everyone except the Aesir gods by a powerful spell. Asgard is situated at the top of the world tree, looking down upon the rest of the realms, which is very fitting for how the Aesirs see themselves. The next realm is Helheim, the land of the dead. This is the place that all souls come after death, and man is it a terrible place to be after life. Some souls are taken away from hell before they get too cold. Those who die in combat in a glorious battle are carried away by the Valkyries and taken to the great banqueting halls of Asgard, where they wait for Odin to call them into battle one last time. That's these people that we see in the latest God of War Ragnarok trailer. But those who die in an ordinary, non-glorious death, like old age, sickness, or at their own hands, are left here. This cold, desolate place. Hell's only inhabitants was one ice troll who guarded the Bridge of the Damned, making sure that only the dead passed through, and we killed him for his heart so we could save Atreus from his sickness. That, I'm sure, won't come back to bite us at all in the next game, for sure. And one other four-winged giant eagle named Hreisvelga. And when I say giant, I mean big and also Jotun giant, who has taken the form of an eagle. There is very little information about Hreisvelga, other than it could be the reason for the cold, strong winds of Helheim when it flaps its wings, and that it didn't seem too phased at all when we killed the ice troll guard of the Bridge of the Damned. I wonder if we will see more of this giant in Ragnarok. I think we will. Next on the list is Muspelheim. This is one of my favorite realms. One that I know we will see more of in Ragnarok. Muspelheim is the land of the old fire giants and the source of fire itself in all of the 9 realms. Even the fire in the sun and stars according to legends. This realm is a constant flow of lava, ash, fire, and the realm where the original fire giant Surtur resides. Surtur is the second being ever to have existed, says Norse mythology, and he has been hiding deep inside Muspelheim, training and perfecting his fighting skills, for it is foretold that come Ragnarok, he will rise from his hiding along with the rest of the fire giants and is to lead the charge onto Asgard, where he is to destroy it and die at the hands of Thor and Odin to complete the cycle and be reborn again. Surtur knows that he will die in Ragnarok, but has accepted his parts in the event of time, so prepares every day for the fight. We don't get to see much of Muspelheim in God of War 2018, but after some rounds of hordes, which Surtur apparently created to test himself and to stay in shape, and after defeating a Valkyrie at the end, we do see Surtur's sword impaled deep in the top of the mountain, just waiting for the day that Surtur reveals himself and charges after Asgard. I really love the story of this, it's so cool. Next we have Vanaheim, home to the great Vanir gods, the sworn enemy of the Aesir tribe. Where the Aesir gods fight with brute force and in a militaristic way, the Vanir gods use the highest forms of magic, and their realm is said to be a reflection of that, said to be beautiful and peaceful. We even get a glimpse of the realm through Freya's window at her home in Midgard. Vanaheim is now peaceful, that is only after Freya agreed to marry Odin in order to stop the long cruel war between the two god tribes and to create a form of peace between the two sides. However, their marriage inevitably broke down. The Allfather used the dark magics he had learned from Freya after gaining her trust to banish her from ever leaving Midgard and to lock the realm of Vanaheim away from every other realm so no one could enter or escape Vanaheim. Pretty terrible stuff. But we will be visiting the great lands of the Vanir gods in Ragnarok, so we will get to see firsthand what the isolation has done to the realm. Next up is Jötunheim. Jötunheim is the final realm that we visit in God of War 2018 and one of the most important to us and our boys Kratos and Atreus. The place where the prophecy of the first game was written and everything before it, as it is the home of the giants, the Jötnar. The giants were a great race, with many beings such as the legendary stonemason Thamor, who helped build the Great Wall to protect the Jötnar, and great seers into the future like Groa the Knowledge Keeper, the one who originally foresaw Ragnarok. Unfortunately, however, when we get to Jötunheim and get to the peak of the mountain to scatter Faye's ashes, we can see all of the Jötnar are dead, despite Tyr destroying and hiding all of the travel towers in all of the realms, effectively cutting off Jötunheim from the other realms. How did that all happen? Who knows? Thor did go on a genocidal rampage with his giant killing weapon Mjolnir at the order of King Odin, but this is something else, I feel. But that being said, I don't think we have seen the end of the giants of Jötunheim, and I think we will see them again in Ragnarok. Just a strong feeling there. Next we have Alfheim, the land of the light and dark elves and the place of the eternal war between the two factions. When we first enter the realm on our mission to charge our Bifrost, the world looks so peaceful and so beautiful, with luscious forests and a tranquil lake sitting under a beautifully lit sky from the light of Alfheim. But we soon realize that it's far from peaceful when we witness a group of dark elves slaughtering some light elves as part of the eternal war between them, each fighting over control of the light of Alfheim, believing that they have the right over it. And that's because the light of Alfheim is quite powerful and is situated in the middle of a big temple which was constructed under the direction of someone who I believe to be very important to God of War Ragnarok, Freya's brother Freyr. Freyr was regarded as a lord by both sides and was treated with great respect by the elves. From our experience in God of War 2018, you might think that the Dark Elves are clearly the bad guys in Alfheim, but as we kill the final boss Dark Elf, he tells us with his dying breath that we have made a grave mistake. And Kratos tells us that we are only seeing the war from one side. I think that means there's something deeper going on here at Alfheim, and I can't wait to find out in Ragnarok. And the final realm on the world tree is Niflheim, a desolate realm of mist and snow and ice and nothing more. Dwarven inventor Invaldi, regarded as one of the smartest dwarves ever, found a way to use the wild power of Niflheim to power his great contraptions that amazed everyone. Apparently his work was so incredible it even challenged the work of the gods, which Odin obviously didn't like. And because of that, Odin put a curse on the source of Invaldi's new raw material, the wild mist of Niflheim, which caused it to turn into a poison, one that no one could stand for too long or they would suffer a slow and agonizing death. The cursed mist actually killed Invaldi and forced everyone else out of the realm, leaving no one behind. There is one final place on the world tree of Yggdrasil that is mentioned in Norse mythology, and I think we actually get to see it in the latest trailer, which is called Ginnungagap, or Ginnungagap, I'm not sure how to say that exactly. This place is described as the eternal void where no world occurs. However, now that the world tree is made, it lays between the intense cold of Niflheim and the equally intense heat of Muspelheim, making this really cool swirl of heat and ice in the middle between the two realms. The void is said to have existed before the formation of the world tree, so why it's still there is a little bit of a mystery to me. I guess we'll find out in the game, but this is the place I believe that the two Valkyries fight us with the beautiful background behind them. I guess we'll find out more when it comes to Ragnarok. And that, guys, is all the 9 realms of God of War Ragnarok explained. I hope you guys all enjoyed this video. If you did, remember to hit that like button, and if you want to see more stuff like this, subscribe to the channel, and feel free to leave any questions you have down below and I'll do my best to answer them. Or if you have any criticisms of what I do here, I'd love to see what you guys think. Thank you guys so much, and we'll catch you guys all in the next one.